Back at it during SEPC Southern Exposure, everyone. Got Bryan Barsness here. Software by GrubMarket. You got, okay, like, what's going on, man? Like, there's a lot going on with you all the time. It seems like every time we see each other, which is like normally every other month, you're like, hey, we're doing this. Hey, we got this going on. Hey, we're downloading this app. And I'm like, where?
Yeah, well, that's one of the great parts about what we're doing, right? We're innovating.
True.
And innovation is key, especially when you're in tech. But it's just an industry that needs innovation. We have to constantly innovate. We have to constantly get the fresh produce into the hands of the consumers. But in order to do that, we have technology that can help us.
Yeah, I agree.
And some of us in this industry are a little what I call tech phobic.
I think there's a lot of resistance to tech for sure. That could be its own like conference, the resistance of tech. Like seriously, I think that the produce industry in a whole, I think tech, or sorry, not even tech, but like innovation to our industry is like, coming up with a new Apple, right? Or even stuff like that. This is innovation,
That's
right?
Innovation,
right? But a lot of times, it's always with a product. It's always with something that are doing something, right? So.
Yeah, I mean,
tech
even
has
bagging
been,
apples was
again, bagged apples. These are non-browning. You know, the same thing. This is innovation where they do takes the browning process out. So, but for technology is always kind of one of those things where they're like, why should we? I don't know. Well, listen, we're not using a fax machine still, are we?
There's different kinds of technology, right?
Oh, wait,
exactly.
Are you?
People still do, yes.
Oh, man.
But there's different kinds of technology, and I think that's what's funny is the growers, I feel like hardware, they really can geek out on hardware because it's tangible.
Okay.
But what I'm encouraged by is actually in a little bit of this change of generation, right? I know how much you love your boomers.
Oh, yeah,
and how much you love your millennials. And the millennials are taking over, and that's a good thing.
Stop.
And but the boomers have served, right? Point being is that technology is getting to the point where people of all ages can use it, and it's simple and straightforward, and we're doing that. So of course we have our wholesaler ERP. You've been talked about that before.
Yep,
many times.
we have
the new leading market share. We keep adding customers, lots of customers monthly. So that's going great, but not everybody can just immediately switch. So that's a process that's involved. So we also have other software by GrubMarket. And we have an orders IO is what the other product is. It allows you to do e-commerce, where if you have customers who are probably not retailers, because retailers, they love their EDI, but that's not this industry, right? Like this industry
true. There's
is
other
a portion
industry.
of that,
Yeah, you know, 100%.
but there are other people facilitating it. And so the key thing there is if we make it easier for customers to buy from you, the more they buy.
Yes.
And however they want to still call, great. If they want, you know, there's a buyer that's up here in Tennessee. He's 32 years old. He manages like at a retail store. He manages, I think it was like 33 stores. Something. I don't want to be specific, but
he's being specific. Everyone. Very specific.
And he literally says, if I don't have to talk to somebody, I don't have time to talk to somebody.
No, I agree.
That's great.
I agree. There's a lot of it's different, right? There's so much differentiation in this industry, but I agree. There are some of my buyers, right? It's just like they send orders over. As long as we process them within an hour, it's like they don't want to talk to you. They don't have time.
This industry, time is of the essence.
Yeah, no, 100%. But one of the other things I will tell you is, you know, you got to build relationships, right?
You do.
I'm going to bring up the floor again. If you look out on the floor, we still have plenty of people coming down aisle 1. Now, I say the crowd has lightened up a bit.
It's packed
on this side, but it's still packed. I can guarantee you the other side is just as packed. Now, just about 15 minutes ago, though, I had someone walking down aisle 1. I was like, hey, great to see you. And they were like, are you finishing? Because I would think they were finishing. And they were like, oh, we just started. I was like, you just started? And they were like, yeah. They're like, we got to get through this thing quick. They're like, we didn't want to be here where the crowd was here. And I was like, it's packed. And he's like, yeah, no, we see that.
Well, there might be weather tonight, so we'll have to pay attention to that. But as good farmers, right, you're always paying attention to the weather.
There's weather tonight?
Allegedly, there might be.
What does that mean?
Rain.
They said that for Thursday night, but man, Thursday night was so beautiful.
So We'll see. It has been beautiful here. I love Tampa Bay. I love the Tampa area. You are blessed to live here, and got to see a little bit. I tell you that jiu-jitsu was phenomenal. By the way,
it was fun.
I had a blast.
I told you.
Got to live a little bit of my childhood dream, right? And no, we didn't choke out Patrick Kelly. You didn't want to try, is what I learned, because he's pretty scrappy. So
somebody tried.
Yeah, did a pretty good job though too, Jay. So
I told Jay, goes, hey, he goes, did I do all right? I go, yeah. He goes, I go, how hard were you trying? He goes, man, I was trying really hard.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. I go, well, I was trying only 10%, so you're good.
I could tell you going a little easy on him, but
at one point, I think someone asked Jay asked if I was laughing or smiling.
You were not.
I was. If you rewatch the video,
there's elements where you were, but you
100%.
You're like a little Rubik's Cube, though. It's kind of crazy. So, but back to the software. The newest one is actually artificial intelligence.
Which one?
That we're releasing. So we have Grub Assist coming out. And that's.
I could have done a better transition to that, everyone.
You probably could have. Professionally.
We should have been like through the jiu-jitsu and been like, yes, we were tossing each other around. Let's toss it back to the software by GrubMarket, Brian.
Yeah. So, so
and back to you.
Yeah. No, but the AI is actually, because I bring it back to being tech phobic. But the reality of it is and farmers can touch the hardware, so like drones and that kind of stuff. But software is a little more nebulous. With AI, though, I think it's going to change the game for software in this industry, because now with AI, we're going to make AI makes your information, and it's your information. It's not shared. It's private. It's personal, right? More accessible and faster than ever before, and it's going to be so easy that a farmer wants to use it.
So easy, a farmer can use it.
No. There's lots of tech-enabled farmers.
I'm just saying.
It's so easy if farmer wants to use it. If farmers are so busy, as you know, that every second is precious to them. So if they don't have to wait to get a report on a production report, a yield report, or how their customers are doing, how their lines are running, and just now being able to just get that at the fingertips, and instead of having to go and ask your office person, you can just ask your phone and type it in.
Yeah, sometimes when you ask your office person, that could take days. I'm just saying, there's companies.
I'm not touching that.
I'm just saying. Listen,
but
I go to enough warehouses where I see. Okay, so software and AI could be something in the future. So
it is, and you're going to be able to get whatever kind of ad hoc reporting information you want out of it. Literally with.
All right, how did you like? Question, everyone. This is going to an interview style. Here we go. Where were you? No, I'm just kidding. How'd you like? Were you at the breakfast this morning or the keynote?
I had a meeting this morning, so.
Oh my gosh, dude! They had chicken and waffles.
Ooh.
And you don't want to hear something crazy?
Did it live up to Roscoe's? You're a bi-coastal man.
First of all, let me tell you something. We're sitting there having this breakfast, and I'm thinking to myself, don't waffles get syrup? Yeah. And don't chicken and waffles have syrup?
Normally.
Man, I look at G and I'm like, G, where is the syrup? And G goes, the waffle's so sweet, it must be injected with syrup. And I believed him, everyone. I believe this dude for like the millionth time of my life, okay?
I figured you'd learn by now.
So, dude, you would think I would know. No,
it's all right.
I just went ahead and I started eating, and everybody at the table started eating too. And I looked at another. I was sitting with Kevin Nays of Chef's Warehouse and a couple other guys, and I looked at Kevin. I said, "Do you want syrup?" He goes, "I want syrup." I'm like, "Man, this is crazy." Next thing you know, this lady comes like right behind me and was like, "Syrup," and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I'm like halfway done with this chicken and waffles at this point.
I've got a buddy.
I poured syrup on it.
Since junior high.
I poured syrup. He didn't know.
And if you do not give him, and the guy looks like he's like Adonis. He's a firefighter in San Diego.
The chicken and waffles.
If you do not give him literally a full jug of syrup,
I need a full jug. Automatically need a full jug of syrup.
We were in San Diego, and he had people watching him on how much syrup he
look at this flood of people that's coming down here right now. Like this is what I can see right now. Oh, I see Kim Redden of Arctic Apples. Look at this coming through. Oh, this guy right here. This guy that's nope. Don't know that guy.
We got the GrubMarket Vega booth.
Who?
Vega Produce.
Okay, gotcha.
A good GrubMarket company. We got Sunfed on the other side.
How many? Look, good people coming through. Still, look at this.
This is a good group of people in general.
There's a lot of people.
It is produce, but this is a core group of produce. So.
And you're walking the show.
I am walking. Yeah.
You having a good time?
To be honest,
he's working too much.
It's so busy.
He's working too much
that it's hard. Like I actually had to pause and stop to wait for people to go by, and I at one point was just like, all right, I gotta go. Like, all right, I'm a plus size model. Like I had to make some room for myself, and I have no problems with that. So,
all right, listen. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you out of here, get you back out on the floor. I appreciate you. Look for software by GrubMarket. Check out the AI tools. Ask questions. I think that's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing. Just ask questions. I mean, we're not going to try. We play well with others. We're not going to try. We want to meet you where your needs are. And the biggest thing is this AI thing. There's a lot of people scared. And
don't be scared.
I don't think it's something to be scared about. I think it's something that it will be a very distinct competitive advantage.
True that.
If you leverage it. So,
all right, everyone. We'll see you on the floor.
Have a good show.